Most people
Please,
waste
you
years
must
defending
believe I'm
themselves to
telling the
people who were
truth.
never listening.
I would never
They
try
explain.
to cheat
They
anyone in this
justify.
village.
They prove.
All I ask
Again
is
and
for a
again.
fair chance.
But the more they
I
explain,
worked on
the
this
more
chair
people
for 3
find
weeks.
reasons to doubt
Every
them.
joint is secured
This
by
is the
hand.
story of a
It is
man
still
who
too
discovered
expensive for
something
us, Omar.
most people never learn. That silence combined with work is the most powerful reply you will ever give. In a small village, there was a young craftsman named Omar. Omar made wooden furniture, chairs, tables, cabinets, all made by hand with patience and care. His work was good, genuinely good. But the village had one problem
I
with
worked
Omar.
on this chair
He was
for
new.
3 weeks.
He had arrived 2
Every
years ago
joint
from
is
another
secured
town,
by hand.
and no matter
It is
how well
still
he
too
worked,
expensive for
people
us,
always
Omar.
found a reason to question him. He is not from
I
here.
hear he claims
What does he
his
really
new
know?
plow is a marvel.
His prices are too low.
A marvel.
That means his
He
quality
always
must
did
be low
overreach
too.
himself.
I heard he
I'll
made a
believe it
mistake
when
on
I
someone's
see it.
order once.
Probably another
Once.
folly.
Omar heard all
Please,
of it.
you must believe
And at
I'm telling the
first he
truth.
responded.
I would never try
He
to cheat
explained
anyone in
himself
this
to
village.
every person who
All I
doubted
ask
him.
is for a fair chance.
He showed his work.
I worked on this
He
chair
listed
for
his
3 weeks.
experience.
Every joint
He
is secured
argued
by
his
hand.
case
It
again
is still
and
too
again.
expensive for us, Omar.
But nothing changed. The people who doubted him still doubted him. And the people who believed in him already believed in him without needing an explanation. One evening, Omar sat outside his small workshop, feeling completely exhausted. Not from work, from words. An old carpenter named Salim, who lived nearby, walked past and saw him. He sat beside him without being invited. "You look tired," Salim said. Omar said, "I am tired of explaining myself. Nobody listens. Nobody believes. No matter what I say, they have already decided." Salim was quiet for a moment. Then he picked up a small piece of wood from the ground beside him. He held it up. "Does this wood explain itself to anyone?" Omar frowned. "Of course not. It is just wood." Salim nodded. "But when a skilled man works on it long enough, it becomes something that needs no explanation." He placed the piece of wood back on the ground. "Your words are exhausting you, but your hands are not tired yet. So stop talking and start building." Omar said nothing that night. But the next morning something changed. When a customer came and questioned his work, Omar simply smiled and said, "Give me one chance." When a neighbor made a comment about his skills, Omar nodded quietly and walked back inside. When 2 men discussed him loudly in the market, Omar heard every word and kept walking. It was one of the hardest things he had ever done, because silence feels like losing. When someone says something wrong about you and you say nothing, it feels like you are agreeing with them. But Omar kept going. Every morning before sunrise, he was in his workshop. Every evening after sunset, he was still there. He improved his tools. He studied new techniques. He took on difficult projects that others refused. He stopped spending energy on words and put all of it into work. 6 months passed, and the village began to notice something. A wealthy family from outside the village had ordered a cabinet from Omar. When it was delivered, the head of the family said publicly, "This is the finest piece of furniture I have seen in 20 years." Word spread. Then a merchant ordered a full set of chairs for his guest hall. Then the village elder asked Omar to build the furniture for the new community meeting room. One by one, the same people who had questioned him began coming to his door, not to apologize, but to order. And Omar served each one of them with the same quiet dignity he had been practicing for 6 months. No "I told you so," no reminders of what they had said, just work, good work, delivered with honesty and care. One afternoon, the same old carpenter, Salim, came to see the community meeting room Omar had just finished. He walked around slowly, looking at every chair, every table, every joint. Then he turned to Omar and said simply, "Did you need to explain anything?" Omar smiled. "Not a single word." Friends, there are people in your life right now who have already decided what they think of you. No explanation will change their mind. No argument will reach them. No amount of words will make them see what they are not ready to see. But results. Results are the one language that needs no translation. When you stop spending energy defending yourself and start spending that energy building, something shifts, because the person who is too busy building has no time to argue, and the person who is too busy arguing has no time to build. You cannot do both at the same level at the same time. So choose. Stop explaining yourself to people who were never going to listen anyway. Put your head down, do the work, and let 6 months pass, because results speak in a voice that no critic can talk over. If this story gave you something today, share it with someone who is exhausted from defending themselves. Subscribe for more stories that help you improve your mindset, your English, and your life. Thank you for watching. Stop explaining, start building, and let your results do the talking.